3. Let's go.
Welcome to the Balcony AUX Chord podcast.
Let's go. Balcony AUX Chord.
Balcony AUX Chord.
Welcome back to the Balcony AUX Chord podcast. You're back again with me, Mark and Findi. Welcome back to the Music Circle, the podcast, that is using music as a launching point for further discussion about life, about philosophy, about all that shit. From the beginning, kind of started from like a music-centric like angle,
Yeah, music,
but
friends,
now
friends.
we're just
whatever.
friends catching up. Whatever.
We ran out of shit to talk about, like music-wise.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. Like this is our podcast. We can do what the fuck we want.
Oh, yeah, bro. Honestly.
How? How are
What?
you? First of all, how are you?
Yeah, I'm
kind of
alright
out
now.
of it. I'm kind of out of it right now.
Yeah,
But
me too.
it's all
I just
good.
woke up, but yeah. So I don't know, man. Like May is almost here. It's like spring. It's like kind of nice out, but also at the same time, it's like lots of allergies. Like I wake up just sneezing and shit. My eyes just watering. But I look outside and it's like really pretty.
Yeah.
So it's fine. My fucking bathroom doesn't work, so I have to go use.
Yeah, man. That sucks.
I have to go use the bathroom in the empty apartment. So like I have to I carry my towel and then after I shower, I just run back to it so that nobody sees me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like in the halls like without a mask and shit because like
It's no good.
It's not a good time. How about you?
I'm okay. I had a tough week last week, and I guess good time to apologize for anyone who was waiting week by week to listen to us. Also, fans of Matt Young, of course. Apologies for the delay in the episode. Tough week for me. I edit the video, so didn't have time to do that, and many technical difficulties here and there. But yeah, last week I finished off one of my projects, the group project that I kept on kind of referring to. And it's submitted now, and we're waiting to present it one more time. You have to present it one more time to the board members, I think. Of the, I think I heard it's like higher ups in the company, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, tired as always, and we're back again though. Like fuck it, because I get to talk to you each week, man. So it's nice. It's nice. I know you came in hot this morning. You were like, "Yo, Mark." He texted me this morning. He's like, "Yo, Mark, I
texted
have
you
an
last
idea
night for me.
last night, yeah. I have an idea. We need to talk about Asian like translations and how it doesn't like match.
Things that can be translated.
Yeah, I want you to lead today's discussion, I guess, and then we'll. I mean, obviously we'll talk about it, but I want you to kind of like lay the foundations first.
So this just got the idea because I was watching anime, dude. And I was showing someone anime that they like don't really understand. Like they didn't grow up with anime, so like it's different to them. Like they don't get like all the Japanese like humor and stuff like that. And there was a part where the character was gonna eat, and the character was said before like an anime character in Japanese like they go like itadakimasu or something like that. Itadakimasu. And then so my friend was just like, what the fuck was that? Like and then I was like, that word cannot be translated.
Yeah. I guess
into
so.
English.
Yeah. At least like not with one word. At least not with one word, It's like it can be explained, but not translated.
It can be explained but not translated. So I was just thinking about every sort of language or every culture has these things that cannot be translated into another language. That's like specific and unique to that culture and language. And so that was what I was thinking. I was just like, oh, so people who speak a different language, there are some things, even if you're you watch like an anime and it's like translated for you, but there are some things and nothing can be 100% directly translated.
Yeah.
Just like the humor, the joke and everything, it's like there's still things that will get lost in translation. So I thought that was like pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And there are a few. I was just wanted to ask you about like like in Thai, like what do you think as Thai people things that can't be translated into another language and stuff.
I mean, like, there's just like, I mean, obviously every language has like their nuanced understanding of each word, right? And like, I feel like even like the words that can be translated, it doesn't really hit the spot the same way. Like I say choo choo or like sabai sabai choo choo. Like it means to relax, but like there's more to that. There's a little more like lightness to it, There's like a little bit more. Which is like it is captured in the Thai language itself, and if you don't know the Thai language, like it's like
like
it's hard
you
to
just
understand.
won't really understand it. Yeah, I get it.
And I think though, I think that's the privilege of kind of being like bilingual, at least.
Is
like
that you understand
being bilingual. Yeah, and you're able to understand like the different like facets of it, Yeah.
So another example.
Yeah, I think the connection's kind of off.
Oh, really? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's all right. Continue.
I'm in the living room, so it should be the best spot in the house.
It's all good. It's all good. But continue. It's fine.
Yeah, basically, I was like, I thought about an example of like what in Thai things that can't be translated. Like you said sabai sabai. And like it's like you could say that it's like casual. It means like, oh, let's take it casually.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Casually or like relax. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. It's like that's not doesn't capture the entire essence of like what that means.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like even words that seem like you can translate it, not really. Like not to the full extent.
Yeah. Another word I was thinking of was like gang jai.
Gang jai. Gang jai is the biggest one.
Like how would you like, I don't know, like how would you translate that? Like how, like, so to like if I was in Thai and I was just like, what does it mean? Like how would you? I
think in essence, right? Like it's quite like submissive in like feeling. It's kind of like, oh yeah, like I'll kind of there's like a hierarchy kind of feeling. In a way, right? It's like you're Kling Chai, like I don't want you to pay for my meal because I feel like, like as like a lesser or something, like some kind of dynamic there, right? It's like, that's hard, dude. Like, how would you say it? I don't know. Like, let me think for a second.
I was like trying to explain it, and I was just like, okay, like let's start with its like word for word translation. Getting jai is maybe like it's like to be aware or like afraid of someone's like heart, kind of.
Gling, yeah, okay.
Getting jai, right? And so, sorry. So basically, it's just like when somebody does something for you, you're afraid of how. You're afraid of them going sort of like above and beyond for you. You're afraid of them, like sacrificing something for you. And that's like sort of the feeling where like you don't want to be a bother. You don't want to be like a burden to them. But it's still not like 100%, you know what I mean?
Like what comes to mind, I guess, like when you say all those things is like being considerate, I think might be like the closest word to what Kling Jai is, but still very far from it,
still
but the closest. Like you consider the emotions of the other person. You consider the take of the other person. You consider ... right? Yeah. And I feel like that might be the closest, but it's still not right just yet. Yeah. But
I feel that.
But I think that's the classic word of like, oh yeah, like like how our parents are always like, yeah, like white people or like Westerners don't like understand the word Kling Chai. Like there's not even a translation for it.
Yeah. But but then that turns into a thing of like just comparing like Western culture to like Thai culture or just Asian culture in general. Like I truly think that word does exist in like many other Asian cultures.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like Asian culture, a lot of it is based off of hierarchy and stuff like that. And that's what that is about. Because in Western culture, there is no So okay, like honestly, people are less considerate.
No,
Or like-
I think people are more individualistic. So it's
Individualistic
Yeah.
and like not less considerate, but like within the culture, there is less emphasis on like really caring about what other people feel like or think. And this is culturally, like obviously on an individual level, it's like very different. But culturally, like you know how like it's harder to get like Westerners or like people who live in Western countries to like wear
Yeah.
masks, for example,
Yes.
because they don't have like that feeling of like gang tai,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the people around them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like no, like I need to be able to breathe properly.
Right.
I need to not carry a mask and stuff like that. It's about them more so.
Yeah, I think it kind of gets summarized in, I think it was a American anthropologist doing research on Japan who said that
Oh.
guilt versus shame culture, right? I think you've already heard this. And like it's like the Western world, the Anglophone world, I guess, kind of they have a guilt culture. And whereas like Asian cultures have a shame culture. So what that means is like guilt is more
Oh.
individual. Shame is you have to consider the thought of the neighbor. Are you ashamed of doing something because it affects your neighbor's perception of you? You know? But guilt is like a personal thing. It's like, do you feel it? You know? And I think that captures one side of it, but I think it's a good comparison in terms of like seeing the differences. Findi, stop fidgeting. What I can hear it.
I'm opening a bar. I'm hungry.
It's all good. It's all ASMR. One sec.
I'm gonna chew
But-
right here.
You gotta chew right here. Exactly. But I feel like that comparison between guilt and shame is a good starting point, I think. Because it kind of demonstrates the outlook of like, are we a community or are we a individual society? In society, I mean, you know? And like in Asian cultures, I think it's very familial, if that's right. Familial,
Yes.
meaning like family based. Like it's like and I think it all derives kind of from this like Confucian kind of hierarchy thing that we have going on. And like everything is connected but like looks up kind of thing. So it's like ancestors, you know, whatever you want to, it depends on the different facets.
And I
of it.
honestly think that you made a good point. Like in a way where it's like, okay, like there's like more connection. There's like sort of like the community is more like it's less individually focused, but more community focused. And how and like you were talking about like familial, right? And then like built within the Thai language is this idea where you refer to everyone as like a family member.
Yeah.
Like literally a stranger, you would call like uncle instead of like you. Instead of like you. It's like, oh, if they're older, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And like there's, I mean, it's not just our country too. It's just like a lot of Asian countries are like that. But like I think it comes with its own challenges too, right? Because when you think about it, like when you call someone pa, which means auntie, pa has a old connotation to it. It's like, and then like people could be like, who are you calling pa? I'm not fucking old or whatever. So like you have to navigate that quite carefully, I think, right? Whereas like in Western cultures, you could just be like, hey, you, hey, ma'am, hey, sir, whatever, right? Whatever the case may be. But in Asian cultures in particular, I don't know about South, like Latin cultures or anything like that, but
in Asian cultures, I
think Asian,
there's a lot of there's a lot of that.
I know a lot of my Indian friends, like they like to not complain, but like they share like their take on like everyone being their brother or cousin or sister and stuff like that. Not because they're related, but like just purely like it's just how you call each other.
That's just the language. That's just the language. Like if you go outside, for example, like if you see someone who's like older than you but not old enough to be like a parent or like then you kind of gauge. So it forces you to think in terms of hierarchy, in terms of age, right?
Yeah.
It forces you like you look at you see someone, just a random person oh, you're like, oh, this person tops 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
So you call them older brother or older sister, and followed by their, there's a prefix there, and this person looks like 20 years older than you, or like 18 years older than you. They're not old enough to be your parent, so you call them like auntie or uncle, but the one that's younger,
the younger one,
younger than your parents, auntie and uncle, and then there's someone who's like older than your parents. Then it'd be like uncle and auntie, but like
older one. Yeah,
you see how like I can't even translate that into English. It's so complex.
Yeah. And it's like the usage of it is very important too, right? Like I was saying, it's like it's even more complicated once you kind of like strip it down. And I don't know, there's this huge movement in Thailand, and I want to say huge. There's a movement in Thailand that they're trying to take away this seniority kind of like words, at least out of the professional world. Because once you call
it's not professional.
Someone P, it's not professional, right?
It's not professional.
And also you automatically by default add an element of hierarchy.
Add an element of hierarchy. Yeah.
Right? Like no matter what.
And that's super interesting actually.
Right? So on Clubhouse, I was joking with the people who were listening, right? I was like, we should reclaim the word school and mung back because that's just like, it's like,
everyone's
it's like very neutral.
Everyone's equal. But I feel weird, dude.
In
like
when
I speak to Thai people and they're older than me, I feel weird. Like people who are younger, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Cause like, but when it's someone older, I feel weird not referring to them by their proper prefix.
Right.
I feel like uncomfortable for some reason.
Yeah, because it's just part of our culture, right? Because we were born into just this kind of right. It's like you're meant to call people who are older than you P at the very least. At the very least, you have to call them P. At the
very least, yeah.
Right, and like there's like. I think the word klap and ka also should be kind of pulled apart too, like right now. So klap, like I think a lot of people who listen to this who don't know Thai, you've heard of it at least once when you like think of Thai language. You hear people say "sawatdee krap," "sawatdee ka," right? And the ka and the krap mean nothing. It just is a way of indicating your gender as well as to indicate like it's a polite way of ending like a sentence.
Yeah, it's just like polite speach.
Basically. It's polite speech. Which I can't. Is that a thing in English at all?
It's not a thing.
I know I know French is gendered. I don't know if it's like it's ended off with like a I don't know.
Yeah, like for English, it's more like you choose the words. Like if you want to be more formal, you're not gonna say hey.
Yeah.
Right, it's like it's basically like that. But in Thai, you
greetings, sir.
Yeah, you actually physically have like. Something that's added to the end in the beginning. You know?
So like basically like because me and Findi are friends, I'll be like, hey, sawatdee, just the word, right? Because I don't need to say krap to be polite to my friend. But if it was like an older person that I probably don't know, I'll be like sawatdee krap because it makes it more formal, more polite.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to me because like not only is it gendered, but it has a connotation of being polite. I don't know.
There's so many problems with that too. Like I just want to expand on your point earlier about like the issue about like professionalism and like familiarity and then hierarchy. And I think that it does have its drawbacks.
Okay.
Like in terms of like having like hierarchy does have its drawbacks.
Oh, definitely.
For example, like if you were in a setting like automatically when you're a younger person, your opinions and your thoughts and your ideas automatically matter less. It's automatically the someone who you refer to as like an older person is more like it's in a thing of like saving face, but like even if you have better ideas or you're like smarter or you're better at doing something, the person who's like has lived longer than you is automatically like assumed to be better than you. And there's a thing, have you like outshined
seniority?
Have you outshined someone who's a senior?
Always.
Who has it's awkward.
It's awkward. Yeah.
because like you're supposed to be younger and
Yeah.
and that I think is rooted in the language.
Yeah.
The fact that we have to define these different hierarchies and stuff, it makes it so that, for example, like talent, like someone who's more talented isn't gonna be like recognized or just because they're younger,
Right.
or like right now, like for example, I'm gonna get into politics a little bit.
Sure.
Actually, so the older generation in Thailand they have this sort of like values or these cultural values or these like norms and stuff like that, and so that is what's considered to be sort of like okay or the mainstream.
Yeah.
And anytime like someone who's younger challenges that, that's like a no. That's not
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I feel like this can I'll take the politics away from it, okay? But like the idea of like, do we want to maintain culture or do we want to maintain professionalism? Like what do we want? Because like what automatically I get the argument against it, right? Against professionalism, saying that like, yo, it's culture, man. Like if you lose this, we break down everything else, you know? Like and in a way, okay, that's dramatic, but also in a way that is true. Because what makes us Thai in a way is how we think about the world, right? That's the cultural aspect of it. That's the beauty of having cultures in general. And like, I think professionalism also comes with a westernized, globalized connotation, right? Because who creates these standards of professionalism? It's probably white people in white collars, right?
Exactly.
Trying to mold the world so that it's like the same way so they can fucking colonize it once more. That's probably the case. Not gonna lie, that's probably the case. So like, I think once you kind of unpack it, I think both sides are justified when you think about it.
I do too.
Yeah. Because like to what extent, you know, like where do we kind of find the balance between
Taking something and rejecting something?
Right. Yeah, like
so.
do we see a future for Thai businesses to be like no more P and Nong, no more like elders or, you know, like yes.
It's awkward.
Maybe,
It's
but
awkward.
like, you know.
I don't know. There are like definitely benefits for sure of like having that culture. Like in terms of just like the familial aspect, it's just like it just brings everyone more. Everyone's just more close knit and it's more comfortable environment to like work into or like to be in and stuff like that. And people kind of take care of each other more.
Yeah.
Like people like you know like people will like just help and like mentor each other and like there's like I think it helps with mentorship, like definitely someone who has more experience than you and like having a hierarchy there like helps there to set up like a good like,
right
system for mentorship and stuff like that,
right.
But it does have its drawbacks, and I guess I don't know, like maybe to pick and choose the different positive aspects of each, but I know it's hard because you're right. Like that is what being Thai is having that hierarchy, is relating or having relationships with the people around you within that sort of like within that like you know like the hierarchy thing.
Yeah. Like I think it is quite contradicting, you know, this idea of meritocracy and seniority, right? Like obviously, like once you say those terms, they obviously contrast. So like I don't know where the sweet spot is, I guess, in terms of like balancing it out in Thailand. What do you think? Okay, so I was on Clubhouse. This might be too Thai, like as like kind of like a thing, but like Thai women kind of face the problem of like, what do I call myself? Like there's Chan, Di Chan.
Yeah.
There is you know, but like who
Straight up mouse.
No,
yeah, straight up mouse. Like,
which okay,
can you explain that? That's just like that. I probably think that's like a very interesting thing.
I don't know actually the meaning behind no, but like no is the same word as mouse. And maybe it's because it's small, right? It's like to describe how small, how young you are, how there's this connotation of being younger, you know, smaller, lesser.
Yeah. So women, when they refer to themselves, like the sort of pronoun that they
the choices they have is very
like
slim.
is very small, and one of them is mouse. Like straight up, it's the
Yeah.
same word as mouse. So
Yeah.
you call yourself mouse because you're a girl and you're like a mouse, you know?
Yeah. I think like those are the choices, and like it's like one, dichan is very formal. First of all, it's like something you would say in like a speech, you know, or like to a royal family or some shit, you know. So like in a professional setting, like they have three choices, like dichan, chan, or
Chan is too casual.
It's weird.
Chan is weird. Nobody uses that.
And there's no, which is once I've never thought about it because I think we're both guys, so it's hard to kind of think of that because we
Guys
have
is pom. That's like standard. That's
pom
very
is
standard.
quite normal, you know, to say.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I feel bad. Like someone brought it up in my clubhouse room, and I was like, oh my god, that's so true.
Yeah,
what the hell?
like imagine meeting someone and then not knowing what to call yourself around them. Like, holy shit.
Exactly.
In English and other like
I.
Russian, it's just me, I, you. You know, I, you.
Those are very neutral terms, but these have a connotation behind it, right? It's like I get it. Like I think in normal life, it's not too bad. It's not too bad in normal life, but in a professional setting, when you want to demonstrate that you are capable and very competent, you know, it's like how. Like,
how do you? But it was still like maintaining the hierarchy, the respect that is in place. It's like so complex, and also in terms of like just being a fucking woman, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like you like just have to like this is like is like the starting position.
Yeah, we have a very misogynist society, I would say, patriarchal society.
Yeah, and like general. And like what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? Like it's fucking 20. Are we gonna like invent a new word? Like words don't get invented anymore unless you're like a scientist.
Zimze.
Yeah, you know, like that shit. Are we gonna?
No, yeah, probably not. But like
Zimze isn't even catching on, bro. It's just they. like even people here like cannot invent a word.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I mean, there's words being invented every day, to clarify. But
but not by not a word that like you know.
Right. Not like a casual word like that. Like simp, the word simp is being created, but like not I or me.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess like that's the problem. Most of it is like the professional sense.
Yes.
And in terms of like progress, I think it kind of hinders progress like a little bit. Even if even if what you were saying, like progress is like a Western concept of progress and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I really do genuinely understand the argument from both angles. Like in terms of the seniority thing and like the, you know, meritocracy thing, because like it is contradicting in many ways. I think we need to find a good spot between them, though. You know, that's the moral of the story. I feel
it's always awkward, man. The spot is always just really awkward.
Yeah, like I mean, I go to a school now. Like my program's filled with like people who are older than me, but like they don't care because like they're all like Westerners.
They're English speakers.
Yeah, so it's like to them, it's just, you know, like show your shit, man. Like let's do it. Like whatever. Like I remember.
Okay, wait, go on.
I was about to say it. So I had a you know him, but I had a professor. I'm very close to him, and we were going to like this
Oswald?
Yeah, okay, just stating names. Hey,
sorry.
Shout out to
Oswald.
But yeah, I'm like I'm close to him, and we were going to a dinner party or some sort, and this was like a big group, so like it was like an office kind of like dinner party or something, and he had one more spot in his car to go to this place, which was like hella far. And I wanted to say like, hey, I wanted to go, but then I was the youngest person, and I know that other people didn't like, kind of like, I know they want to probably go first, so I was like, I can sit on the bus, like I don't care, whatever, right? But then I was like, and then he was just like, hey, do you want to sit in a car with us? I'm like, yes, please. But like, I want other people who are older than me to like go first because I get it. It's probably more convenient for them. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like seniority means nothing.
Exactly.
Just do it. Like I don't care.
How did he? Because And then what happened?
Nothing happened. Like I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Like it was just kind of in my head because like I think like I mean this was like this professor specializes in like Southeast Asian politics and stuff like that, you know. So he's like he understands the cultural differences, right? He gets it. So it wasn't like too awkward, but like but it was just interesting how like even at that moment I was wired or geared or programmed to think that way. Yeah, it was fascinating.
We're getting kind of deep. What we're talking about is basically language structure and like language and how it shapes just like how you just think. And who you are just basically just by the words you use to like
honestly
communicate with people.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we get here? I was
No, we were talking about words like don't translate well or not completely. I think I mean maybe while you think, I want to bring up the fact that a lot of German words are that way too. Like a lot of German words exist and they can't be translated with one word because they like they have like very broad meanings and they mean like a very, you know, it's broad and narrow at the same time. Like for some reason, like it means a whole sentence, but it means one thing. It's like, what?
Yeah, no, that's the same as gang tai. You know, like it took us like fucking 5 minutes to explain that word. It's the same thing. I'm
sure there's more words actually, but I can't think of any at the top of my head right now. But
I can't either. Are we gonna talk about the thing that we used to talk about, umami? And
what?
No, like the word umami, and how. We just borrowed that word from the Japanese because it captures this taste that like the word umami captures like is about this taste that is like a whole holistic. I don't even know what it means, but like
rounded flavors.
The Japanese invented a word to describe this thing that like this taste that obviously it's food, right? Food exists in every culture. There's every culture has a food that has umami taste. But nobody like really invented the word but the Japanese. Yeah. Which is like super interesting. I think. Yeah.
I mean yes. Yeah. It's quite I mean, I think all cultures kind of do that too, right? In their own particular way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we have words kind of like that. Like locha, I don't know if it is right, but what comes to mind is palem, and you know what that means.
Palem is like
odd.
I don't know.
Funky.
Yeah, it's like aged, dry aged beef.
Funky palem.
Yeah.
No. I think it's the context of like you're eating fruit, and it's like out of like it's like a little odd. It's like palem.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm very dry aged like. I just remember that because my mom had a dry aged like steak. And she was,
oh, I see.
But like in a good way. When she said it, it was like it's like a little funky. It's like a little like
it's a little funk.
Yeah. But that has like a direct translation. I don't know. What else, man? There's probably a bunch of
lot
other
more.
words.
There's a lot more
in Thai, especially.
Dude, I think Thai. This will divert a little bit away from it, but like I wanted to bring up the fact that since we can't think of anything, but Thai language in general translated a lot of words or like created a lot of words in a weird way. So let me explain. Socks in Thai translates to feet bags.
I think it's because we don't wear socks. And so when other cultures or other countries came in, like Japanese white people, they wore socks. We were just like, that's a bag for your feet.
Obviously.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's a bag for your feet.
Bag for your feet. Exactly. Like shit like that, you know. It just made me laugh because I was like, oh yeah, like how come we didn't like have the audacity to be like, I'm gonna make another word for that shit. No. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck those are on your feet, but bag. I'm a fucking feet bag. Feet bag.
Oh, feet bag. What else?
Oh, dude, fucking namkang. Yo, that it's ice.
Yeah.
Yo,
frozen water. Freeze. Water freeze.
That used to be water, but now
Yeah.
it's fucking hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
hard water.
Hard water.
It's hard water.
We don't have. There's no like ice. Probably came to Thailand when we invented freezers. Like when,
Well, I wouldn't say that.
we-
I feel like it came during like the colonial age, where like
Yeah.
because like they were already exporting ice. If you didn't know this, so it would come
how
in
the
really
fuck are these
big.
motherfuckers exporting ice, bro. What
Okay,
the
do
fuck?
you know Frozen? Have you seen Frozen?
Yeah.
So that like that, like they were cutting up blocks of ice and they were exporting it around the world and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought Elsa was just.
Elsa was making ice for everyone in the world.
This little British girl, and she just had magic powers.
She's Norwegian or something, Scandinavian. but
Same thing, man. They're all the same. Hey, stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate.
Stop Asian hate. Start hating other. No, I'm kidding. Please don't. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Thai language is so funny. Like we do that a lot. Like a lot, actually. Yeah. It's a lot of it is just like
Yeah.
English English translation.
We haven't invented like a word. We don't like inventing words. We just like putting existing words
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It made me laugh. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Tung Tao is pretty funny. What else?
There's I mean, I thought of this when I was like, it was like kind of like a shower thought. But the word "จักรยาน." Okay, let me explain to you why
That's
why
like
I was
very
like
complex.
what. So "jak" is on
Ports,
the Indian
gears.
flag,
Yeah.
it's like that wheel.
Yeah.
"Jak" is like the
Yeah.
gear, right? And then "yan" means vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Fuck.
It's like geared vehicle. It's like
fuck. I
And
was
then,
like, bro, that's weird.
in yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. It makes me laugh. Just like thinking about it, I'm like, why the fuck did you like?
Yeah, how the fuck did you make that up? I'm just trying to think of more examples, dude. I can't think of any. Yeah.
Earphones.
Ooh, fun. Ear listen. Let me get my ear listen. That's what we use that word every day, but I never actually think about it.
Yeah, dude, you gotta think about these things, man. Like
Yeah.
the little things in life are just like
More.
funny. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I appreciate the word hat. Like they created a whole new word for it.
No, it's probably
More.
because we've been wearing hats since we invented the language.
True,
Because it's
but
hot, right? So you gotta cover your head up.
I guess so.
So we have that, but things like socks, like my feet don't get cold in Thailand ever. So it's
Okay.
like there's no point.
Findi, I'm holding a bottle of perfume right now. What is this in Thai?
No.
Good smelling water.
Good smelling water,
Fragrant water.
fragrant water, cafe, lot.
This whole podcast is just us saying Thai words.
What? Okay. Let's think about it. Like, what other aspects of Thai culture in language that doesn't work, or that doesn't make sense? Okay, we talked about the seniority thing. Is there anything else? I think that's mostly it, right? That's
There's more. I would
the
think
biggest
so.
difference. I think is the hierarchy thing for sure.
Because it is very much like based on Confucian kind of ideas.
Yeah, like
because
it's so Thai,
Confucian
though.
is very hierarchical, right?
Do they
It's like-
have that in Chinese? I feel like
Yeah. No. Oh,
no, but like calling
they have the
calling
auntie
someone
thing.
calling someone like older or like. I know in Korean there is, man.
Yeah, oppa and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, like oppa, shit like that. Like
There's like senpai in Japanese.
yeah. Just acknowledging the seniority, just being like, you're more OP than I am, no matter what. Just
more
because you're born,
OP.
just because you were born a few years earlier, you're more OP than I am.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I don't know any more things about Thai language. Fuck. I feel like whoever's listening to this right now is like, man, talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I can't think of anything right now. I mean, I think in general too, though, we could talk about cuss words for 1 second. I feel like,
oh yeah, I feel like we're the most creative with cuss words. Just saying.
let's talk about cuss words, because like Thai as a language, right? Like for me, people always ask me, right? Like Mark, would you ever date a girl who doesn't speak Thai? And I'm like, I don't think so. I think they have to be Thai for me, because I like cursing in Thai, man, and I like expressing myself in Thai. Like to take out one identity of mine is like painful. And like that identity is very expressive. You know, is like knowing me. Everyone who listens to this probably knows that I swear quite a bit. Like I like fucking shit.
My God,
fuck,
yeah, there's so many.
bitch. Yeah, and then like, but in Thai, I'm also the same way.
No, in
like,
Thai, you can like English. There's fuck, and you can say fuck for everything. There's like, but in Thai, it doesn't make sense. Like it's so creative.
Yeah. Like
Thai's very vulgar.
Yeah, and then like
Thai's super fucking vulgar.
It's very vulgar, and also like we like animals. Like we like comparing ourselves to animals as insults. So like our biggest word, I guess, to compare it with like fuck or anything like that is hia. And hia comes from the monitor lizard.
Yeah.
That's the monitor
It's
lizard.
a lizard, man. Like
It's a fucking lizard.
like
It's
so when you swear, when you're angry at someone, you call them straight up, you're a fucking monitor lizard.
Yeah.
or like but it's not only like you calling someone. You could be like, oh, like, what the fuck is this? You'd be like, yeah, like that. Like, monitor lizard, what is this?
I mean, you could say that with English too, though. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the sex is
like
this,
fuck,
right? Like,
fuck is sex. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like,
it doesn't equate.
Logically.
But the Taiwan definitely doesn't make a lot of sense. And I think when you start unpacking the LGBTQ kind of trans community, and how they have their own dialect.
What?
Crazy.
Oh, right. They have like a whole thing there.
It's crazy.
I mean, we don't know a lot about it, but like
we don't. But like the go-to one for like just to explain,
like
there's there's ihet sot, which literally translates to fresh mushroom. You're a fresh mushroom, you motherfucker.
I feel like the gay or trans community everywhere is just like they just invent
They're just amazing.
Words that are
they're the best. They're the best.
It's just like, what the fuck are you thinking, man? But it's so funny. Like,
yeah, dude, you're a fucking fresh mushroom, Findi.
He had salt. Dog. It's like your flower. Or I don't actually know.
I think there's a implication of like tick in there, you know, like dickhead somehow.
It's pretty funny, but like swear words and like they're like you don't know this, but in the South, like the Southern dialect, which is like my parents are like Southern Thai, so we speak like a Southern dialect, and there's just like even more like just weird shit. Let me give you an example. Have you heard "kat hun"?
Yeah, kat hun. Yeah. It means like stupid.
It means stupid or like but stupid in a way where it's like the English equivalent is like the R word, like retard.
Yeah.
Like it's like derogatory, right?
Yeah.
But "karhun" means like you don't have a full share. Like you don't have full. So like if you were a company, there's like shares, but that company is like missing its like some of its shares, so it's not like a full company.
Yeah.
So it means like retarded.
It means retarded.
It means retarded.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty funny.
Dude, Thai. What else? I love expressing myself in Thai, man. Like, and that's why like I don't think I can ever like long term wise, I don't think I can like date a person who doesn't speak Thai. Yeah. Like it's so important to me, man.
Just the word penis, there's so many ways to say it. There's so many ways to say it, like penis.
Cool.
I'm just saying Hui.
There's a lot.
Two.
Yeah. Anyhow, you don't have to list off all the penises in your life.
I'm just gonna list off every way to say penis
for an hour. That's just the next podcast.
This is what I'm about.
We should have done that for April Fools. as like an episode that comes out, and it's just you listing off words in Thai that mean penis.
Yeah.
Happy April Fools.
There's so many, bro. But yeah, anyways, I thought that was interesting. I was having like a little shower thought yesterday.
Yeah, dude, shower thoughts are the best. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's more though in terms of like swear words, because I love swear words.
Yeah,
it's like it's so funny. Like it's like if something is bad, you don't want to eat it. It tastes bad. You say "ma me dak," and that translates to "a dog wouldn't eat this." You know how fucking savage that is.
PK says that a lot. PK says that.
I did too. First year.
Ma me dak.
But like, you know how savage that is to say it? Like
just something unsavory. There's an English translation. It's like unsavory. It's like, this is not to, but for Thai people, unsavory is like, a dog wouldn't eat this.
Yo, the dog wouldn't fucking eat this. That's some savage shit, bro. Some savage shit. And also, like, just to continue down like the animal route, like we have like words like kwai. Like we call each other kwais when we're like want to say someone's dumb.
Yeah.
Which is not true. Buffaloes or kwai. Sorry, I didn't translate it for you guys. Buffaloes are smart. Like, I don't get the correlation there.
Yeah.
I know. And
I think it's because they get used to like go on the farms and shit. So like a buffalo is like basically a tool. Thai people use buffaloes not as like pets or not even to eat, but just for their labor. So they're stupid in a way where it's just like they're like slaves basically.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. And like I think one more interesting one that I want to bring up is the word ha. And this one comes from a disease. Did you know this?
It's like what? Is it cholera?
Maybe. Like lok ahiwa. And then people call it lok ha. So you're literally calling each other like a disease. Or like that's fucking savage. It's
pretty fucking funny, dude. Yeah, if you like I say these words like every day, but like thinking about it and translating it to like English, it is pretty like I think monitor lizard is like the one that, but I mean in English we call things like, you know, a pussy, like a cat. You know how cats are like scared, so you'd be like, you fucking pussy. It means like, you know, you're scared. You're like, oh, like, you know, a cat when you chase it, it just runs away and shit. Right. I wonder why Hia is like a thing though, because like it has no correlation with anything. Like, is it meant to say like you're eating like shit? You're eating like the bottom of the pond or something? Like you're eating like scraps. Is that what they're implying? I think it's
like
ugly,
it's like a dirty animal.
It's an ugly fucking animal.
All right, let's not shame the Hias out here, right?
The monitor lizard.
Let's not shame the monitor lizard.
Animal. Yeah.
Wow, stop monitor lizard hate, bro.
Hey now.
Stop it now.
Stop
it. But yeah, man. We don't have to force the conversation. That's okay. Yeah.
No, we're at time, bro. Look at the time.
We're at time.
Very good.
Dude, it's chill, man. I enjoy this conversation a lot. I mean, like,
I feel like we were like very fired the first because it was a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack.
Yeah, because it was political, right? And like, I think there's much more things to unpack when you kind of think about it. But I think at the essence of it, Thai culture is very based on this idea of Grain Chai and being the seniority thing that we kept on talking about. Yeah. So for anyone who is Thai, maybe just, you know, try to unpack it with us, and if you have any thoughts about it, comment, you know, DM us, whatever the case may be. Love to hear about it. But on this podcast, we have a tradition of sharing music because, you know, we are Duckling AUX Chord, and we are like, you know, expanding this music circle. Yeah, man. So I guess, Findi, do you have any songs that you want to recommend?
Just let me pull it up.
Actually ready? Okay.
Let me pull it up though.
Motherfucker. But anyhow, while you pull that up, I want to say that we're on Discord right now. And I think that's the place that you should be because we listen to music with you guys too, you know? And it's like
I missed this so many times.
music community, and like, you know, we share music there. You share music with us. We share music with you. We react to it. You react to it. It's all fun. So to go to that, just the link is on our Facebook page as well as our Instagram link. It should be clear from there how to get into Discord, our server at least. And yeah, we have fun out there. We're also on Clubhouse every Monday. We share music. This past week, we talked about clothing and the seasons. So like what songs correlate to clothing. So I threw it out there. I was like, yo, if you think of a tank top, what kind of songs do you think of? Like, you know, like summer vibes and shit, you know? So that was fun to talk about. And yeah, we're on all like Spotify, podcast streaming services and all that good stuff. And YouTube, of course. I think
your
you
songs,
ready?
bro?
Yeah,
I got my song,
you say
bro.
it first.
Valley in the Ocean by Bruno Pernadas.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is there anything
what
else?
about... Oh, you want me to go? Yeah, okay.
I mean, you could have only one,
bro. I just got
okay.
one.
It's all
I've
good.
been listening to music a lot.
I want to recommend a little Samba by Ugly Duckling and C.R.E.A.M by L. Mitchell's Affair.
Nice.
Anyhow,
thank you.
yeah, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. For the Thai people out there, I hope you guys kind of what's the word, related to what we were talking about, because I think this is something part of our culture and who we are. For anyone who is not Thai, hopefully we kind of taught you some Thai words today and like kind of shared a little bit of our life and our kind of thinking process, you know. I don't expect you to understand fully what we were talking about today, but like I hope that you might have like, you know, learned something new. Anyhow,
next time you see a Thai person, call them here.
Yeah.
And see what happens. Because next time you go to a Thai restaurant, just be like, here.
Yeah.
No,
Yo,
don't
just
do
be
that.
like, you'd be like, can I have the pad Thai crop here? Just
Don't do
like,
just see their face and then film the reaction.
TikTok that shit.
And then send it to me.
But yeah, thank you, Affinity, for talking to me today.
Thank you.
Thank you, listeners, for
Listening.
joining us today and listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're just chilling out here. And don't forget to comment and stuff like that too. DM us. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.